Okay. I think we're about ready to start. Hello, and welcome back to Waifu Wars. This time it's Waifu Wars 7, the last of a certain line of Waifu Wars that are going to be in this style. I'm not going to go into further details on that because that's supposed to be a surprise. So watch out for next semester when we really start shaking things up. But for now, you've got me and my ugly mug again for one last ride. And we've got plenty of waifus and husbandos joining us today, including a significant amount of returning characters. Whoa, returning characters. Yes, that's right. We've brought some characters back from the dead for one last hurrah. We're keeping everything simple. It's just gonna be a clean Waifu Wars battle to the death. Battle Royale, baby. And there ain't no tricks this time around. So let's dive right in. Who is going to be fighting to the death today? Well, we've got Rap God Hu Tao, along with La Senora, Raiden, R4M Von Matriz, I think I pronounced that correctly, Haya Papaya, OBS, Anant Sahai, Egg Amogus, the previous winner, Haruko, Mega Lopani, Spider-Man. I wasn't aware that we could have multiple entries in one. I don't know if that counts towards the rules or not. Ronnie Coleman's here, though, and that's all good. Hospital Director is ready to destroy the competition, unless Deadly Queen has something to say about it. And then, of course, there's Do De Da Da Da, alongside the Flood Gravemind, Sanae, Kochia, OMG Kawaii Angel is halting her stream to join ours, and Coach Kaname Date and Lionel Messi are all joining us today. Whoa. It's not really spoilers to see that we have a whole host of characters returning back based on your votes. Well, first of all, Eren Yeager is a new character, but starting with Goku, Drip Goku, of course. We've got Joseph Joestar, Dead Miku, Megumin, Walter White, Miles Edgeworth, Rick Astley, Thussie Red, Takyoin, Jolene Kujo, Hobeni Higashiyama, Ario Speedwagon, Saitama, and Denji, filling out the last few slots there. And so, without further ado, I think we can go ahead and dive right in as we witness the bloodshed. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Angel runs away from the club storage room, while Gravemind does as well. Messi gathers as much food as he can, while Ronnie runs away from the club storage room, and Joseph drops a smoke bomb and ninjas his way out of the bloodbath. Classic Joestar technique. Jolene runs away from the club storage room as Sanae runs away as well, drifting as quickly as you can. Lopani drops a smoke bomb and also ninjas her way out, while Egamogus runs away and R4M runs away. R4M. Goku runs while Edgeworth takes a handful of throwing stars. Papaya runs and hides in the temple while Coach welcomes Mr. White to the rice fields. Motherfucker. Raiden heads to the public bathhouse while Kobeni runs away, and Eren runs away while Saitama swears eternal vengeance against his hated rival, Hu Tao. Rick Astley grabs a Naginata, as you do, And Kaname runs away while Sussy Red runs away. Doesn't want to be called sus anymore, while Spider-Man immediately head for the Yukaku. And Speedwagon and Director briefly glance at each other, and thus a rivalry is born. Haruko finds a katana made of superior Nippon steel, folded 1,000,000 times, while Denji runs away from the club storage room. Dodododo runs away from the club storage room while OBS also runs. Dead Miku runs away from the club storage room as Sahai runs away. And we got a lot of people running away. Deadly Queen along with Megumin. And La Senora thinks this will be just like their Japanese animes. I'm sure that turned out well for them when they watched their many Japanese animes. And Kakyoin heads to the public bathhouse. Good start, good start. Goku breaks the fourth wall for a bit. It was awesome. Gravemind plays a bit of AMQ, while Jolene spends all day searching for the man who killed her father. Kobeni thinks about winning honorably, while Raiden discovers multi-track drifting. Messi designs an airplane, and Megumin shoots it down, and Messi swears vengeance. Coach finds out that Sanae thinks all bread tastes the same, while Deadly Queen and Edgeworth need to train, so they have a friendly sparring match. Oh. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm going to move myself just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Just trying to make sure that the music isn't overpowering my voice. Where were we? Friendly sparring match while Denji practices his Ikebana. And Mr. White reads the latest Khonshu issue, as should you. Saitama senses Kangel's presence nearby and goes another way to avoid an ambush. As he would definitely lose to Kangel, yes. Haruko uses their ultimate technique on Dodododo. By sheer plot armor, Dododo lives. Speedwagon plays a bit of AMQ. I heard that there's a new game mode. Kakyoin reads the latest issue of Shonen Jump, while OBS tries to learn After Effects. OBS, Adobe, be kind of silent since this happened. Rick Astley breaks the fourth wall for a bit. It was awesome, as per usual. Director slips and breaks her hand while Ronnie thinks about winning honorably. Dead Miku spends the day polishing and sharpening her katana, while R-Form ends up whacking himself in the face while practicing with his nunchucks. Papaya ambushes Egg Amogus, but only finds a log. That's our previous winner for you. Sahai beats Spider-Man in a friendly game of Go. Spider-Man flipped the board in a fit of rage. Lopani and Hutao need to train, so they have a friendly sparring match. Well, La Senora finds a human-shaped gemstone. La Senora can't shake the feeling that it's alive. Aaron designs an airplane. Joseph shoots it down. Well, actually, crashes it, but who's paying attention to the details? And Kaname is unable to convince Sussy Red to not kill him. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's real bad. Because that means that we have one death stemming from day one. And a single flute can be heard in the distance as Kaname is unfortunately out of the count. But we must proceed. We must see what happens next as Deadly Queen wonders where it all went wrong. I can see that there's a lot going wrong right now. But Speedwagon is not deterred as he finds a door in the middle of the woods. However, it seems to be stuck. Thinking that no one was looking, Jolene does a little dance. Never trust Joseph with airplanes. That's right. Jolene does a little dance, and the Spider-Men were watching the whole time. Megumi and Angel burned down Haruko's compound. Shame she wasn't inside. That sounds really in character for both of them. Ooh. Denji and Mr. White practice their kabuki theater. Say my name. Yeah, goddamn right. Hutao spends an excessive amount of time to find a spot to pose in front of the moon. Director is not impressed. Those two directors messing around, huh? Raiden finds a door in the middle of the woods. However, it seems to be stuck. Door's stuck? Goku looks at the tea leaves at the bottom of his cup. They all point to a bad omen. Kobeni strums her shamisen as she looks at the moon and stars, probably thinking about ice cream and her car. Joseph's red blood cells and white blood cells start dating. The physiological ramifications of this is unclear. We'll have to do a couple more studies. Coach accidentally buys a PS5. Don't know how that happened. Good for Coach. Eren loses all of his yen in a game of Chohan, while Edgeworth, Saitama, Ronnie, and OBS all get good and drunk on some sake. While Kakyoin and Rick Astley agree to meet for a duel, but Rick Astley never wait. He gave him up? He let him down? He turned around and deserted him? Oh my god. I didn't think that was possible. Well, La Senora successfully convinces Sahai to not kill her, while R form, Dead Miku, Sussy Red, Papaya, Gravevine, and Messi form a ninja clan. Sanae invites Lopani and Egg Amogus to her compound for their protection, while Dodododo, or Dododo, I'm remembering an older character that we had previously, looks at the tea leaves at the bottom of his cup. They all point to a bad omen. Haruko designs an airplane, and Hutao shoots it down. Haruko swears vengeance. Jolene travels through time to save the world through music. That doesn't really work out, so they're sent back. Yeah. Also, time just generally is not favorable to any of the Joestars. While Raiden reads the latest Khonshu issue, Messi finds a human-shaped gemstone, and Messi can't shake the feeling that it's alive. R4 and Saitama strip down to their funoshis and have a friendly sumo match. Hayden stronger than Saitama confirmed? Director realizes that we're all stuck in a giant team death match. Meanwhile, Megumin spends all day searching for the man who killed her father. Oh my god, who killed Jotaro? Wait a minute. Can't help but notice that there's two individuals searching for people who killed their fathers. Edgeworth shoots an arrow into Dead Miku's head. Whoa. And Angel temporarily paralyzes Sussy Red using an ancient Chinese technique. My god. Spider-Men discover multi-track drifting, while Eren senses Kobeni's presence nearby and goes another way to avoid an ambush. Smart thinking. Smart thinking. Kobeni too strong. Sanae tries to commit Sudoku, but isn't good at puzzles and just gives up, you know. Eggamogus plays a bit of AMQ, while Kakyoin spends all day searching for the man who killed his father. We're searching for a lot of people today. Deadly Queen reads the latest Khonshu issue, as should you. Ronnie slips and breaks her hand, while Papaya realizes that we're all stuck in a giant team deathmatch. Very appropriate considering the game that she's from. Coach, Speedwagon, and OBS get into a fight. Speedwagon triumphantly kills them both. Oh, come on. And here I thought we were gonna have a normal stream. Just kidding. We're not doing that today. OBS is dead, but I will keep going. Because Mr. White and Dododo agree to meet for a duel, but Dododo fails to show up, as Gravemind successfully convinces Rick Astley to not kill him. Lopunny finds out that they're now the proud owner of an amusement park, quickly hurtling towards bankruptcy. Sahai uses their newfound, overpowered psychic powers to join the Body Improvement Club. As you do. Joseph spends all day searching for the man who killed his father. Goku tries to learn After Effects while Denji and La Senora. No BS. Denji and La Senora spend all day cuddling under the cherry blossom trees. Wonder what Makima would think of that. And so, 3 deaths result in a harmony of flutes that can be heard in the distance as Dead Miku, Coach, and OBS are out of here. But that is not the end, not even close. As Dododo does a little trolling to Egamogus, and Goku also does a little trolling to Denji. I mean, those new shonen protagonists, man. La Senora, Sussy Red, and Sanae have a friendly outing at the local bathhouse. While director signs a contract with the chainsaw dog, it's not a chainsaw nor a dog. Director's a little confused by the magic dress, but rocks it anyway. Meanwhile, Kakyoin thinks about winning honorably. Hopefully with Emerald Splash, which, you know, no one can dodge that. Saitama's necklace begins to rattle. A giant goose swoops down from the sky, and Saitama asks Saitama, "Saitama, what's going on? Saitama!" While Mr. White ends up reenacting the dream of the fisherman's wife with a giant octopus. Alright. I've seen that before. Paya and Deadly Queen practice their kabuki theater, while Aaron successfully convinces Speedwagon to not kill him. Spider-Man, not Speederman, Raiden, Kobeni, and Gravemind all get good and drunk on some sake, while Messi loses all his yen in a game of Chohan. Jolene spends the night with some of the local geishas, while Sahai strums his shamisen as he looks at the moon and stars. Ronnie finds a robot buried in the sand. He can't figure out how to activate it, so they just leave it be. Angel and Joseph practice their kabuki theater, while Lopunny is fatally wounded by our form, stabbing them. In their last words, Lopunny sends a psychic brain blast to incapacitate and kill our form. Whoa. This music is not very appropriate for this moment. Edgeworth, Megumin, and Hu Tao have a friendly outing at the local bathhouse. As Edgeworth tries to figure out if Hu Tao is legally distinct enough from Megumin. Rick Astley's red blood cells and white blood cells decide that they would never give each other up. So the physiological ramifications of such. A little late for the drop of that song, but hey. May as well show up for Haruko watching Serial Experiments Lane. Watch Lane. Raiden sticks chopsticks up her nose. Gravemind and Speedwagon laugh their asses off, while Messi finds a human-shaped gemstone. Director gets lost into an L, as I did a few days ago. Angel slips and breaks her hand, while Haruko tries to learn After Effects. Goku reads the latest issue of Shonen Jump, and he should also read Khonshu. Sussy Red finds a human-shaped gemstone, and Sussy Red can't shake the feeling that it's sus. Egamogus reads the latest Khonshu, while Ronnie ends up whacking himself in the face while practicing with his nunchucks. Spider-Man and Kobeni strip down to the Fundoshis and have a friendly sumo match, while Hu Tao uses their newfound, overpowered psychic powers to join the Body Improvement Club. Based. Joseph sticks chopsticks up his nose, while Aaron and Denji laugh their asses off. Throws a rock at Deadly Queen's head. It misses. Papaya and Jolene spend all day cuddling under the cherry blossoms trees. La Senora realizes that they're all stuck in a giant team match. However, Saitama defeats Megumin in a duel, but spares her life, while Sahai discovers multi-track drifting. Edgeworth scouts around Mr. White's compound looking for any potential exploitable weaknesses. He just finds a lot of blue glass. Don't know what's up with that. Kakyoin reads the latest Khonshu issue, while Sanae decapitates Rick Astley with a katana. Well, that just went from 0 to 100 real quick. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you give them up and you let them down. You die in real life. If you give them up in the game, you die in real life. Thinking that no one was watching, Messi does a little dance. Edgeworth was watching the whole time. Megumin finds a door in the middle of the woods. However, it seems to be stuck. Speedwagon and Denji begin to duel, but Speedwagon draws coolly and unexpectedly. Joseph performs 1,000 years of death jutsu, greatly injuring Kobeni, both physically and psychologically. Kobeni just can't win. She just can't win. Thinking that no one was looking, Spider-Man do a little dance. Jolene was watching the whole time. I feel like the opposite of this happened, so equivalent exchange? Might cost them an arm and a leg, though. Gravemind dies, but it's okay, they came back as a zombie, so by Waifu War standards, you're still in the game. Do, and Deadly Queen sit down around the traditional American kotatsu and eat hamburgers. Yes. Kakyoin remembers to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on bell notifications. What an amazing subscriber. And someone that is very dedicated to our club and would love to see our future content, which we will be making a lot of in the coming weeks. Watch out for all of that, all of those various different A and Bs, video essays, and all of the above. Also some previous footage from our Anime Destiny of 2022. And also a podcast. I don't know what else to shout out, so I'm just gonna kind of move on. So, La Senora spends the night with some of the local geishas, while Mr. White signs a contract with a chainsaw dog. It's not a chainsaw, nor a dog. Mr. White is a little confused by the magic dress, but rocks it anyway. I mean, that's just what Heisenberg does. Egamogus, Saitama, and Raiden watch in a amazement as Eren prepares a fanciful gourmet sushi. Goku orders a game through the same-day delivery at 11:59 p.m. It mysteriously appears behind them. God bless those drivers. Hutao realizes that Gurren Lagann is actually pretty deep, while Ronnie and Sanae plot to put a secret plan in motion. Papaya and Sahai play in some ceremonial samurai armor, while Fussy Red sleeps with his sword ready at his side because everyone else is sus and he does not trust them. Emergency meeting. Director receives clean water from his feudal lord as Kangel watches Dragon Ball Z without watching the original like a scrub. Haruko remembers to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on bell notifications. Good subscribers. Good subscribers. Man, I'm so glad my viewers are just as responsible. Building Saitama, Angel, and Gravemind raid Mr. White's compound while he is hunting. And they find plenty of interesting materials in there. Hopefully they don't accidentally play around with any of them. That would be kind of dangerous, but I'm sure it's fine. They're all very trustworthy people after all. Dororo spends the day polishing and sharpening his katana, while Sussy Red finds out that they're now the proud owner of an amusement park, quickly hurtling towards bankruptcy. Classic. Deadly Queen defeats Denji in a duel but spares his life. Imagine if he were to fight Chainsaw Man, though. Spider-Man and Sahai agree to meet for a duel, but Sahai fails to show up. Late to class? Speedwagon's disappointment is immeasurable, and their day is ruined. Aaron successfully convinces Messi to not kill him, so they can do all of that crazy stuff that he does later in the manga. Papaya plays a bit of AMQ, while Raiden gets lost into an L. La Senora throws a flurry of ninja stars into Edward's chest. Oof. That is unfortunate. While director spends all day searching for the man who killed his father. I feel like we might be searching for the same guy, guys. Well, good luck with that. Joseph travels through time to save the world through music. That doesn't really work out, so they're sent back. That doesn't make sense. I mean, Part 2 opening, best opening? Apparently not. He wasn't able to save the world, though. Sanai gets lost in Dunel. I don't know how you would fit a Treno in there, but they did it anyway. AE86 just kind of drifting through Dunel. That's why it's a bit of a mess. Kakyoin discovers multi-track drifting, while Goku feels inspires and writes a haiku. Kobeni randomly shouts, "I'm in despair!" and startles Hu Tao. This is immensely in character. Ronnie defeats Megumin in a duel but spares her life, while Eggamogus realizes that charging 5 yen for odd jobs is not a livable wage in today's economy. Go figure. Haruko tries to commit Sudoku but isn't good at puzzles and gives up. I mean, I'm just not good at math, so that kind of makes it a little hard for me to play Sudoku. Actually, wait a minute. I don't think you have to do math in that, do you? Sudoku. Kobeni orders a game through the same day delivery. At 11:59 p.m., it mysteriously appears behind them. Goku, Gravemind, Hu Tao, Joseph, and Jolene play Moe Moe Poker. Hu Tao thinks that they've outsmarted the others cheating. They did not. They all witnessed her amazing rapping skills that totally aren't inconsistent throughout different languages. Saitama receives medical supplies from his feudal lord, while Kangel remembers to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications. There we go, that is a streamer right there. Kakyoin and Papaya sit around the traditional American kotatsu and eat hamburgers, while Speedwagon's red blood cells and their white blood cells start dating. The physiological ramifications of this are unclear, but it's Speedwagon, so it doesn't. I don't think that would affect him negatively in any way. In fact, it might even be better. My man's just that powerful. Denji and Deadly Queen agree to meet for a duel, but Deadly Queen fails to show up. Sahai and Director begin to duel, but Sahai withdraws unexpectedly, while Raiden's blood cells just start dating. Haruko wants La Senora's Dakimakura despite already having one. They duel, and Haruko dies. That is not how I expected that to go. But that works. Spider-Man send a assassin to kill Eggamogus. Eggamogus ends up killing the assassin. I mean, emergency meeting, kinda OP. Kinda OP, guys. Kinda OP. Aaron and Dororo compare anime lists. I don't know who would have the longer list. Messi catches Sussy Red off guard and kills him. So Sussy Red wasn't the imposter all this time? Megumin strums her shamisen as she looks at the moon and stars. Mr. White ends up reenacting the dream of the fisherman's wife again. Good for him. Good for him. Sanai thinks about winning honorably, while Ronnie finds a door in the middle of the woods. However, it does seem to be stuck, so that's pretty unfortunate. Or maybe it's fortunate. Who knows what's in those doors? Kobeni again randomly shouts, "Zatsuboshita!" and startles Spider-Man. Gravemind scouts around Mr. White's compound looking for potential exploitable weaknesses as Sahai travels through time to save the world through music. That doesn't really work out, so Egamokus and Director need to train, so they have a friendly sparring match, and Kakyoin and Ronnie do the same. Hutao uses their newfound, overpowered psychic powers to join the Body Improvement Club, while Papaya discovers multi-track drifting. Joseph throws a rock at Sanae's head. It misses. Guess he wasn't really using his stand for that, or maybe the drifting is just too fast. I don't know anymore. Denji tries to commit Sudoku. Can he even count up to 3? I don't know. He just kind of does what he does. Goku ambushes Deadly Queen, but only finds a log. Megumin ends up whacking herself in the face while practicing with nunchucks. I feel like that's canon. I feel like that's happened before. Dododo uses Mega Punch on Jolene. It's not very effective. It's just not. I mean, we're talking about a person who would just light themselves on fire and be okay. I don't know. Saitama meditates under a waterfall while Raiden slips and breaks their hand. Speedwagon temporarily paralyzes Kangel using an ancient Chinese technique. While Signora and Aaron agree to meet for a duel, but Aaron fails to show up. Come on, man, I have your song playing. You have to show up to the duels at the very least. Messi gets lost in Dwynell. I can't blame him. And so two deaths result in a harmony of flutes. Rest in peace. Mr. White, Egamogus, Saitama, Megumin, and Goku play Moe Moe Poker. Saitama thinks they've outsmarted the others cheating. He did not, yeah. Spider-Man spends the night with some local geishas while Papaya realizes that Gurren Lagann is actually pretty deep. A man asks Aaron if they want red or blue toilet paper. I'm fine, thanks. Aaron runs away. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure he would pick the red pill. Wait. Toilet paper. Sorry, toilet paper. Joseph dies. But it's okay, they came back as a zombie, because of I don't know. Anyway, so by Waifu Wars standards, they're still in the game, right? They're still in the game? Yeah. Raiden hunts down Yokai for some extra yen, while Speedwagon performs 1,000 years of death jutsu, greatly injuring Sahai, both physically and psychologically. Oh my god. Messi loses all of his yen in a game of Choha. I feel like he already did that. That's unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure he has a lot of money at the moment. Certain events have led him to great wealth, I'm sure. Sanae sleeps with her sword ready at her side, while Kakyoin and Gravemind burn down Jolene's compound. A shame she wasn't inside, expecting their approaching. Denji and Dododo plot to put a secret plan into motion, and because they're both geniuses that would totally get PhDs and all of that, it's going to be very successful. Deadly Queen sends an assassin to kill Hutao. Hutao ends up killing the assassin. Countered. La Senora does a little trolling to Kangel. I think La Senora is going to regret that. Director and Ronnie have a duel in the light of the moon. Director is the victor. Kobeni thinks their oolong tea smells suspiciously like vodka and whiskey, but drinks it anyway. Maybe her devil's the oolong tea devil. I don't know. Who knows? Raiden and Dododo begin to duel, but Raiden withdraws unexpectedly. Probably back to her hidden dimension thing. Hutao travels through time to save the world through music! That doesn't really work out because they definitely appreciated her rap. Gravemind tries to learn After Effects, while Sanae breaks the fourth wall for a bit. It was awesome. La Senora temporarily paralyzes Denji using an ancient Chinese technique, while Jolene and Joseph spend all day cuddling under the cherry blossom trees. Very wholesome, very wholesome. Mr. White, Speedwagon, Saitama, Spider-Man raid Sahai's compound while he is hunting, while Goku and Megumin begin to duel, but Goku withdraws unexpectedly, realizing that he would totally lose. Kakyoin's disappointment is immeasurable, and his day is ruined. Messi breaks the fourth wall for a bit. It was awesome. Totally awesome. Egamogus realizes that we're all stuck in a giant team deathmatch. Director temporarily paralyzes Deadly Queen. Angel slams her fists into the ground and mutters about how they need to train harder to become the best streamer of all time. Eren tries to commit Sudoku but isn't good at puzzles. Yeah. Kobeni practices her Ikemana. Papaya travels through time to save the world through music. Well, that doesn't really work out, does it? We got a lot of people trying to save the world through music. It's does not seem to be a particularly effective strategy. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Saitama watches Dragon Ball Z without watching the original, like a scrub. Goku performs 1,000 years of death jutsu, greatly injuring Sanae, but I'm assuming it's probably towards the AE86, which is possibly even worse. I mean, I would be immensely and psychologically injured if my car were to have anything bad happen to it. Eren and Kangel sit around the traditional American kotatsu and eat hamburgers while director strums his shamisen as he looks at the moon and stars. Goku and Jolene sit around the traditional American kotatsu as well, and Denji and Raiden agree to meet for a duel, but Raiden fails to show up, just playing video games in her room. That's just kind of what happens. Hutao does a little trolling to Speedwagon. Speedwagon, being the absolute Giga Chad that he is, plays her long, but knows that nothing can touch him. Egamogus and Deadly Queen plot to put a secret plan in motion, while Gravemind and Dororo practice their kabuki theater. Kakyoin's red blood cells and white blood cells start dating. The physiological ramifications and psychological ones are unclear, but Mr. White spends an excessive amount of time to find a spot to pose in front of the moon. Megumin is not impressed. He is not impressed. You gotta do better than that, Mr. White. Do better. La Senora loses all of her yen, while Messi and Papaya agree to meet for a duel. But Papaya just doesn't show up, man. Sahai and Kobeni try to commit seppuku together, but Sahai backs out at the last second. That's just unfortunate. That's just really unfortunate. And also kind of messed up. Spider-Man find an ancient crypt. The knowledge they find there is really lackluster and boring. Not even gonna be close to killing them. What's even the point? Mr. White scouts Denji's compound, looking for any potential exploitable weaknesses, while Megumin spends the day polishing and sharpening her katana. Spider-Man decapitates La Senora with a naginata. That is not how I expected that to go, but, well, there she goes. Local samurai tries out his new sword in Gravemind. It's a real nice sword. Oof. Kakyoin defeats Dororo in a duel but spares his life, while Kangel spends all day searching for the man who killed her father. Speedwagon realizes that charging 5 yen for odd jobs is not a livable wage in today's economy, but he's rich, so it's okay. Well, I mean, depends on what. Anyway, Egamogus beats Eren in a friendly game of Go, and Eren flips his board in a fit of rage as Joseph breaks the fourth wall for a bit. That's awesome. Goku slams his fist in the ground and mutters about how they need to train harder, while Deadly Queen realizes that they're stuck in a giant team deathmatch. Messi throws a rock at Sanae's head. It misses. You guys gotta stop throwing rocks at the moving vehicle. Director uses their ultimate technique on Hutao. By sheer plot armor, Hutao lives. Oh wow, Jolene repeatedly stabs Sahai to death with sighs. That is probably very effective. Good work. Good work. Papaya and Raiden begin to duel, but Papaya withdraws unexpectedly. All of Raiden's duels just don't really go through, do they? Saitama slams his fists into the ground. Oh, don't do that. Oh, don't do that, Saitama. Oh. Oh, no. So there's a large crater in the middle of our battlefield right now. But it's okay. At least the planet didn't split in half, I think. It's kind of hard to tell from here. Raiden spends the night with some of the local geishas, while Dododo receives medical supplies, and Goku orders a game through same-day delivery. Again? Mysteriously appears behind them. Why not 11:58? Kakyoin can't sleep, so he listens to some Nujabes, while Egamogus ends up reenacting the dream of the fisherman's wife with a giant octopus. Speedwagon can't sleep, so he listens to some Nujabes. Director and Deadly Queen agreed to meet for a duel, but Deadly Queen fails to show up. Saitama finds a robot buried in the sand. They can't even figure out what purpose that would serve, so they don't care. He'll just walk right by. Eren spends the night with some local geishas, while Jolene sleeps with her sword ready at her side, and Megumin and Joseph burn down Sanae's compound. Shame she wasn't inside. Spider-Man signed a contract with the Chainsaw Dog. It's not a chainsaw nor a dog. The Spider-Men are a little confused by the magic dresses. But, you know, they rock it anyway, because they're Spider-Man. Just how it is. Good vibes all around with all three of them. Angel and Denji burn down Mr. White's compound. And everyone's breaking into Mr. White's compound right now. This is, they're just like flies, man. They're just like flies. Papaya orders a game through the same-day delivery at 11:59 p.m. And it seems that that Amazon has the power of Ultra Instinct to know when to send that to her. Hu Tao performs 1,000 years of death jutsu, greatly injuring Messi, both physically and psychologically, and he is no longer able to play for the next season. Saitama designs an airplane. Sanae shoots it down. Meanwhile, Megumin senses Denji's presence nearby and goes another way to avoid an ambush. Angel tries to learn After Effects. Good luck. Hu Tao tries to learn After Effects. Good luck to the both of you. I feel like Angel has a reason to use that. I'm kind of concerned as to what Hu Tao would make. Spider-Man defeats Deadly Queen in a duel, but spares his life. You guys, we gotta get some action here. Eren, Mr. White, Jolene, Joseph, Messi, and Papaya forming Ninja Clan. Meanwhile, Egamogus defeats Dododo, but spares him. Raiden finds out that Speedwagon thinks that all bread tastes the same. I don't want to hear that from her, though. I don't think she's one to complain. Kakyoin slams his fist into the ground and mutters about how they need to train harder, while a director thinks about winning honorably. Goku realizes that charging 5 yen for odd jobs is not a livable wage. Don't really know how he provides for himself anyway. I guess he just wins a lot of tournaments. I don't know. Nobunaga's army storms the area. Nobunaga's army storms the arena as the event leads to Kangel attempting to run, but is shot in the back by enemy archers. A shameful display. Well, Egamogus lives to fight another day. Saitama too. Megumin as well. Hey, knowing that she will at least die with honor. Hu Tao marches towards the army, sword in hand, and at 1 HP. Just like how I usually play as her. Papaya lives to fight another day along with Goku and Jolene, and Joseph has to march towards the army, sword in hand, next to Hu Tao. Actually, Hu Tao probably has the Staff of Homa, unless you didn't get that, in which case he would probably be using, I don't know, Dragon's Bane or something. Raiden lives to fight another day, though. Probably didn't even notice what happened. Meanwhile, Speedwagon pretends to fight alongside Mr. White, but soon backstabs him and retreats. Retreats coolly? But Speedwagon would never backstab anyone. I don't know how to feel about that. Things are changing. Director lives to fight another day, as Denji also does. Sanae lets out a battle cry and charges forth. It takes 52 arrows to create a flat tire and crash the car. As Spider-Man live to fight another day, along with Aaron and Kakyoin, Dororo pretends to fight along Messi, but backstabs him and retreats. Well, Deadly Queen marches towards the enemy as well. And so, we have witnessed a tragic evening as Kangel, Hutao, Joseph, Mr. White, Sanae, Messi, and Deadly Queen are all taken out by Nobunaga's army, or still see imposters among them. I mean, no one reported any bodies. I'm just saying. Goku wonders where it went all wrong. Megumin spends the night with the local geishas as Speedwagon watches Serial Experiments Lane, as Denji remembers to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications. Egamogus orders a game through the same day delivery at 11:59 p.m. and Amazon delivers. Even though they died in a previous Waifu Wars. I don't know how that works, but it's kind of awesome. Jolene remembers to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on bell notifications, while Raiden, Papaya, and Dororo have a friendly outing at the local bathhouse. Saitama ends up reenacting the dream of the fisherman's wife. He's just kind of deadpan about it, though. Director and Kakyoin burn down Aaron's compound. Shame he wasn't inside, as Spider-Man received medical supplies from his feudal lord. Kakyoin spends the day polishing and sharpening his katana while Aaron discovers multi-track drifting. Papaya is searching for the man who killed her father. Raiden is reading Khonshu. Director finds a gemstone. And Megumin and Saitama spend all day cuddling under the cherry blossom trees, while Goku randomly shouts, "I'm in despair!" and startles Jolene as the hype beast he is. Dororo reads the latest Khonshu issue, while Egamogus forces Speedwagon to kill Denji or Spider-Man. He decides to kill Spider-Man. An extremely difficult decision that I don't really understand. Like, why would you not kill Denji? Hey man, he would probably come back. I'm just saying. Well, speaking of which, a volcano erupts at the center of the arena, probably because of that Saitama punch. Denji survives, Megumin also, Saitama as well. Gomoga suffocates. There goes our previous winner, as Goku, Aaron, and Goku and Aaron survive, but Jolene dips her weapon in the lava and kills Speedwagon with it. I don't know if dipping any sort of weapon would work in that fashion, but hey, I guess it works. You need to have some kind of supernatural effect to kill Speedwagon after all. As the director survives and Kakyoin survives. Papaya is out for blood as she kills Dororo with the weapon dipped in lava. And Raiden is just buried in ash. I mean, that's just really ironic. I mean, whose theme are we listening to right now? 5 deaths result in a harmony of flutes that can be heard in the distance. R.I.P. Speedwagon. And everyone else as well, of course. Megumin and Jolene plot to put a secret plan in motion as Papaya ends up reenacting the dream of the fisherman's wife. Alright. Director finds a door in the middle of the woods as Saitama and Aaron burn down Goku's compound. He wasn't there though, so Kakyoin looks at the tea leaves at the bottom of his cup. They all point to a bad omen. And Denji, he just kind of accidentally buys a PS5. You know, it just happens. He just kind of fell. The money kind of fell out of his pocket. You know, don't tell Aki. Just don't. No one say anything. Shh. Doesn't need to know that it's from his wallet. Club storage room is replenished with food, supplies, and weapons and memoirs from the tributes families because it is anime destiny happening during November. But Saitama decides not to go because he would just be like a very immensely powerful force that would, you know, kind of destroy the building. He doesn't want to ruin the fun. Because, of course, it's going to be fun when Kakyoin shoots an arrow into Megumi's head and she is out and, well, there goes my horse in the running, but that's alright. Director, Eren, and Papaya keel over after drinking the sake Jolene poison. Ooh, 3 for 1, as Denji has dishonored himself and commits seppuku to atone. Probably because of Makima. Goku is killed by Kobeni's car! Goku is killed by Kobeni's car! Kobeni's car owner sobs in horror at what she has done, even though Kobeni's car's owner is dead. So... I don't know, man. Kobeni kind of strong. Jolene beats Saitama in a friendly game of Go. Saitama flips the board in a fit of rage. Kakyoin slips and breaks their hand. And wow, I didn't realize that we're down to the last 3 already. Well, I say already, but this has been going along for a while. There's have been a lot of quick shifts in the flow of battle throughout this entire Waifu Wars. And it's a little interesting that we actually have 3 characters that are from sources that are actual animes. I mean, I'm just saying. No. I mean, all of our previous winners, you know, they're all from my favorite animes, like Breaking Bad and Among Us, also Amazon. Yeah, favorite anime. 6 deaths result in a harmony of flutes, as we must proceed to the final 3. Yeah, Kobeni's revenge from the grave. I mean, who knows who was driving that car? I mean, I think we know who could have been driving the car. If you know, you know. But for now, we got our last 3. It's gonna happen. Who knows? Thinking that no one was looking, Kakyoin does a little dance. Saitama was watching the whole time. While Jolene thinks that their oolong tea smells suspiciously like vodka and whiskey, but drinks it anyway. Because who's gonna poison the poisoner? I mean, come on, guys. Come on. Saitama and Kakyoin begin to duel, but Saitama withdraws unexpectedly. Probably because he noticed that there was a sale going on in the in his favorite department store. Just happens. Jolene slams her fists in the ground and mutters about how they need to train harder. I don't know, man. Fighting a accelerated horse does not seem to be a very effective strategy, but you figure it out. You'll figure it out. Kakyoin watches Dragon Ball Z without watching the original like a scrub. I mean, that's just what happens. Jolene performs the 1,000 Years of Death Jutsu, greatly injuring Saitama, both physically and psychologically. Saitama and Jolene need to train, so they have a friendly sparring match. While... oh no. Kakyoin tries to leave the arena, but is shot down by 100 arrows. Well, you missed a lot. You missed out on the fact that we are almost done here. We have the final 2, Saitama and Jolene, because Kakyoin is out. And so... let's see who wins. Nobunaga's army returns and storms the arena, knowing that he will at least die with honor. Saitama marches towards the army, grocery bag in hand. And he doesn't really die, he just kind of disappears coolly, I guess. As 2 deaths result in a harmony of flutes, can't help but notice that someone is left out of all of this talk, as we must congratulate the winner of Jolene as the winner of Waifu Wars 7. Congratulations, Jolene. Congrats on the amazing Part 6 adaptation. And I hope for part 7 to arrive eventually. But for now, we can all enjoy the fact that Jolene is the winner and will be returning for Waifu Wars 8 whenever that happens. I don't know personally. I'm gonna be out of here. There's gonna be something of a change later, and I'm very excited to find out exactly what it's gonna look like. But for the time being, this is it. Jolene, the winner of Waifu Wars 7. The Waifu Wars, that is the end of an era. And look at that, Jolene got 5 kills. I mean, a very proactive character ends up taking the #1 spot. That earns my respect. Well, thank you all for joining me for this Waifu Wars, this final Waifu Wars of this era. And I do hope to see you again, maybe in a different form. But for the time being, I hope that you all enjoyed the entirety of this saga. I hope you love our content and get to watch even more in the future. And I am so grateful for all of your support throughout these years. And so, Annie signing off. Goodbye. See you, Space Cowboys.